The long road to Bilbao has been traveled. A season like no other. One that began with 52 clubs dreaming of trophy glory. A year full of nail-biting drama, of unyielding determination, and the blood, sweat, and tears that go hand in hand with sport, has now left us with 4 teams that have met challenges head-on and survived. Clubs that have captured the imagination with spirited, high-flying, end-to-end play. With their unbridled passion, unshakable self-belief, stubborn resistance, iron-willed, dogged persistence. Players that laid it all on the line in the pursuit of excellence, in the pursuit of greatness, with a shared aim of joining basketball royalty. The goal of winning the Basketball Champions League. Baxi Manresa, Hapoel Unet Holon, Lenovo Tenerife, and MHP Reason Leeuwardsburg. A fabulous 4, a final 4. There can be only one champion. The regular season had 8 groups of 4 teams, and results most definitely did not always go according to plan. There were big surprises, huge surprises, like in Hungary, where Falco Sombote played like a team on a mission. Falco, roared on by their adoring supporters, shocked everyone and won 5 of 6 games to top the group, with Hungarian Zoltán Perl, Ákos Keller, Benedikt Veradi, Szilárd Benke, Georgi Goloman. Falco captured the imagination and went straight to the round of 16. Even Cluj-Napoca revealed themselves to be for real. The team that had to win the qualification round won 5 of 6 regular season games and topped a group that had Holon, Darushafica, and Happy Casa Brindisi. Cluj went straight to the round of 16. Another big surprise was Manresa, who finished top of a group that included Israeli giants Hapoel Jerusalem and last year's beaten finalists Pinar Karšiaка. This was not supposed to happen, but Manresa threw down the gauntlet twice in 2 weeks. They got 23 points from one of the revelations of the season, Sylvain Francisco, in a 73-68 win in Jerusalem on October 13th. Then, on October 26th, Manresa won 72-67 at Pinar Karšiaка, one of the preseason favorites to lift the title. A regular season that had a little bit of everything had a very intriguing Group A. MHP Reason proved they were for real by beating Tenerife not just once, but twice. The game that made everyone sit up and take notice was played on December 8th in Tenerife. MHP beat them like a drum, 99-83, with 7 players reaching double figures in points. Their sweep of Tenerife lifted MHP into first place and gave them direct passage to the round of 16. 2-time defending champions Reda San Pablo Burgos also got a wake-up call when they fell at Rytas Vilnius, who topped the group and went straight to the round of 16. Burgos finished second, and a very good Besiktas team third. Of course, not everything was a surprise. 2 clubs hyped before the season, Unicaja Malaga and Galatasaray, finished top of their groups to advance to the round of 16. A new wrinkle to the Basketball Champions League brought end-of-season type drama much earlier to the competition. The play-ins for the round of 16. Teams that finished second and third in their regular season groups had to play best-of-3 series, and it turned out to be riveting, non-stop thrills. Holon, who had made it to the Final 8 last season, faced Besiktas in an epic showdown.
Oh, yeah, can you believe it? Whitehead.
It didn't start well at home for Holon. After that result, Holon, who were struggling for consistency, made a change at the helm with Israel national team coach Guy Gudis replacing Mario Buscaglia. Holon then went to Istanbul for Game 2, where their predicament went from bad to worse. They trailed a rampant Besiktas 26-13 at the end of the first quarter. Their season hung in the balance. Their fate, however, was not sealed. Instead of bowing out meekly, Holon dug in and battled back. Led by their inspirational veteran forward Chris Johnson, who had 18 points and 9 rebounds, Holon roared back and went ahead in the fourth quarter, only for Besiktas to reclaim a 70-68 lead with Kenan Sepahi's tough shot 28 seconds from the end. Enter Guy Panini, the man with ice running in his veins. Despite his reputation for hitting clutch shots at the end of games, Besiktas left the Israel International open, and he punished them with a go-ahead three-point dagger with 18 seconds left. It proved to be the game winner, and Holon then wrapped up the play-in series with a Game 3 triumph back at home in front of their passionate fans to reach the round of 16. Holon, after this series, became candidates for the Team of Destiny. If that wasn't the mother of all play-in battles, then the one between Tenerife and last year's beaten finalist Pinar Karšiaká was. A battle that might have been fitting for a championship game was instead a fight just to reach the round of 16. And it went the distance too. Tenerife, roared on by their crowd in La Hamburguesa, won Game 1. They all but iced victory by running their usual play named, appropriately enough, Tenerife, with Sasu Salin drilling his second three-pointer of the game. Karšiaká, before the rowdy and passionate fans in Izmir, got back on level terms, clinching the Game 2 victory late. The showdown went back to the Canary Islands, and with Game 3 hanging in the balance, Tenerife coach Chus Vidoreta called on Joan Sastre, and the Spanish international delivered. Tenerife marched on while last year's beaten finalists were out. And that was the same fate of two-time defending champions Burgos. An inspired Dar Shafaka bounced back after dropping Game 1 in Spain by winning 2 in a row. The Basketball Champions League was assured of having a new winner. A Sweet 16 was now in play. 4 groups of 4 teams, each playing the other home and away. Only the top 2 in each group would survive and advance. Holon and MHP Reason in Group I with Dijon and Galatasaray. Holon lost their opening round of 16 encounter at Dijon, but they did not hit the panic button. Battle-hardened by their exploits in the play-in series for the round of 16, they won 5 of their next 6 games, including 2 against MHP, to reach the quarterfinals.
Through the gap, pops it up. Oh, that is beautiful. Kaiser was there waiting. Ragland, McGee wants it back, gets it back. McGee, get the hose, because McGee is on fire.
MHP, meanwhile, swept both Dijon and Galatasaray and also advanced to the quarterfinals, despite their 2 defeats to Holon.
Justin Simon, up and away, and in it goes. And that's it.
Group J was a real dogfight between Baxi Manresa, Tofaş Bursa, and Dar Shafaka, while NutriBullet Treviso faded badly.
Zubicic.
Manresa struck back with a vengeance after their loss to Tofaş. First, they won a crucial game against Dar Shafaka, 89-74 in Spain. And then they blew out Treviso twice. Darüşşafaka not only swept their 2 games against Treviso, but also claimed narrow victories over Tofaş and Manresa. However, by virtue of more decisive wins over Darüşşafaka and a better goal differential in the games between the 3 teams, Manresa and Tofaş advanced to the quarterfinals. Cluj provided further evidence they were for real by winning their opening round of 16 Group K game at Unicaja Malaga, opening up a 13-point lead at one point. Elijah Stewart had a spectacular 26 points in that game. Cluj went on to finish first in the group, ahead of Unicaja, who hammered Cluj in the second meeting in Romania. Unicaja, however, also fell at Filu Ostend, but advanced as the second-place team, while the plucky Belgium outfit Ostend came in third. In Group L, Tenerife and SIG Strasbourg finished first and second to advance to the quarterfinals ahead of Ritas Vilnius and Falco Sombote. Tenerife didn't have it easy at the start as they traveled to face Falco. The shorthanded Falco Sombote, despite missing a couple of key players, gave Tenerife a run for their money and trailed by just 3 points late. Tenerife got 19 points and 13 rebounds from their towering center, Yorgi Chermadini, and prevailed. And they ended up winning all 6 of their games to top the group and advance. SIG Strasbourg also made it to the quarterfinals ahead of nearest challengers Ritas. Their biggest and most important win came at the start, a 76-71 victory over Ritas in Vilnius. The Lithuanians provided plenty of drama, however, in the second meeting at SIG in France. Needing to win to stay alive in the penultimate game of the round of 16, Ritas blew a 20-point lead and needed a shot in the final seconds. They got it from Mindaugas Girgionis. That result meant that SIG needed to win their last game to be assured of advancing. And they got it. Hosting a Falco team that had only pride to play for, SIG took care of business, but needed overtime to do it. A brilliant Falco ran out of steam and SIG made all the big plays in the extra period to seal the 98-86 win in second place. SIG joined Tenerife in the quarterfinals from Group L. An Elite 8 players just 1 series victory away from the ecstasy of a Final Four berth. Survive became the key word in 4 gripping best-of-3 quarterfinals series. And cometh the hour, cometh the man. Marcelinho Huertas, one of the finest Brazilians ever to play basketball, rescued Tenerife twice in their series against Tofaş. Tenerife put the ball in the hands of Huertas, and he drew a foul from Berk Ulu before making the winning free throw.
They're going to throw it. Here he goes. Oh, heartbreak city for Tofaş Bursa. They deserve better.
In Game 2, Tofaş staged another incredible comeback, this time from 17 points down. Tofaş hopes were fading, but they came up with a huge steal while Tenerife attempted to inbound the ball. And Arslan then took center stage. But Marcelinho, again, came to the rescue.
Oh, he makes it! Once again, can you believe it? Deja vu!
I'm just proud of our team just to get to the Final Four. There's a lot of very good teams that were playing in Champions League this season. There was a moment in that Karšeka game. I think there was 5 minutes left and it was tied. And, I think we just hit a couple tough shots and we kind of overcame. But that moment we overcame. We were able to advance to the next opponent. And for that, I think we're here now.
Yeah, I think we are one of the 4. There are 4 tough teams who managed to go to the Final Four. But it's been a long journey, let's say. I think when we started BCL this season, we had a very tough group, but we managed to go to the second round, and in the second round we already played better, and since then I think we've been with the perfect record. So, you know, of course, happy about it, but still 2 very important games ahead, so only thinking about this.
Coming back home to play the Final Four is absolutely a great notice for us. We are very happy to be in Bilbao again, to be in the Final Four again. I think that we are 4 teams with different qualities, different skills, but with big basketball, okay? Great IQ, and I think that is 25%, okay? There are four big teams, and they deserve to be there, okay?
In the All-Spanish quarterfinal, Baxi Manresa looked as if they would easily take care of Unicaja after all but walloping them in Game 1. Game 2, however, was a totally different story. Manresa held their nerve. And in the end, Joe Thomason got the ball with a chance to win.
He wouldn't mind having on the ball. Thomason, is he going to win it? Joe Thomason, he's done it!
We've beat some of the best teams in the league so far, in each bracket, in each stage. So, you know, for us to be where we are now, I feel pretty confident with our chances of winning it all. Because, like I said, nobody expected Manresa to be where we are right now. And if they say that they did believe in us, I would say that they're lying. You know, to be where we are right now is unbelievable. It's a surreal feeling, but our work isn't done yet. We want to be the champs. For the Final Four to be in Bilbao and for our fans to be able to come there and experience this moment with us, it's even better. You know what I mean? Because we're not only doing it for us, we're doing it for the people that's going to be there in the city of Manresa.
It's been a complete journey from start to finish, and now it's coming to an end. And whether we win or lose, I think our fans will be proud with what we've achieved. At the end, it doesn't matter who we play against, we have the same energy, the same motivation, and at a Final Four game, it doesn't matter who you play against. It's just like war, and who wants to fight most, he will win. When I went to the Final Four a couple of years ago, unfortunately I was only 3rd place. This time I want to win it, and I want to do the whole experience of cutting the net, celebrating with the crowd, everything.
No, bueno, ojalá, ¿no? Sería como has dicho tú, ¿no? Pues poder ganar algo tan importante como una Champions con el equipo de mi casa, donde he crecido y donde he visto jugar a tantos jugadores en esta pista, y donde mi sueño era poder jugar un partido en este pabellón, pues sería algo pues, que recordaré toda la vida.
Hapoel Unit Holon had looked like a team of destiny ever since the play-in triumph over Besiktas. And they put one foot in the Final Four by thrashing Strasbourg 93-75 in the opening game of their quarterfinal series. Strasbourg relied on their defense and scored 23 points off Holon turnovers in Game 2, which they led by as many as 17 points. But Raglan was playing like a man possessed, and that was good news for Holon as he made another big play. Holon then rode their luck at the end as Strasbourg missed a potential game-winning jump shot just beyond the free throw line by Mitchell. A cruel finish for a player that led all scorers with 24 points. Holon crashed the Final Four party with a 2-0 sweep.
But to me, I'm more hungry. You know, I think we have a chance to win the whole thing, so we're more hungry. You know, some of the guys have been there last year, so we just want to continue to not be in the same position and make further steps.
So I think that's what helped us to qualify to the top, to the Final Four. And like we were saying in the locker room, we are not expecting just to come to Bilbao to be there as a nice team, as a nice group. We are trying to, if we are there, in one game, and I've been there in my career many times. You need to go all the way. You need to think big. You need to think big. If you think small, small things will happen. If you think big, everything can happen in one game.
A sense of urgency. Also, as a team, we're growing together. We feel battle tested. We feel like no matter who's on the court, we're gonna find a way to win the game. So we're gonna fight, bring our character to each game, because you know it's obvious that we have character and that any game we're not out of it. You know what I mean? Down however many points, we're still gonna find a way to fight back. And yeah, we're just gonna do what we do, and that's stick together and play hard.
The other quarterfinal needed a deciding third game. Cluj edged MHP before their incredible fans in Romania in Game 1, 76-73. MHP were not denied, however, back in Germany. In Lewisburg, the team broke open a tight game midway through the second quarter and pulled away for a 17-point win. And the deciding Game 3 back in Cluj, MHP came out strong and set the tone. John Patrick's team played its suffocating physical defense and opened up a 14-point lead at halftime. The advantage ballooned to 19 in the third quarter. Yet Cluj had an inspirational comeback. Cluj managed to close the gap to 6 points, and MHP looked shaky late, but held on to reach the Final Four.
Well, I think it starts out with the chemistry, with the personalities and the characters we have. Like, we are good guys. That makes everything easier, so we are willing to stick together. I think our expectations for the Final Four are simple. We want to win 2 games, and 2 games in a row, and that's our biggest goal. It sounds simple, but everybody is really committed. We deserve to be there, and we are not hiding, so we know it's going to be tough.
We have to play our game, even though we're playing against some really impressive, talented teams in this tournament, starting with Manresa. We need to play our game and focus on ourselves. We need to be sharp and concentrated, and probably the most important thing in any Final Four is be ready. Be ready for intensity and be ready for a big fight. So I'm expecting a lot of wild support from all sides, our fans, but also from other teams' fans. And it's a chance for a championship. And I don't know how many coaches and players actually win a championship, but to win a European championship at this level are huge stakes. So people are going to be, all players and all coaches are going to give everything for this Final Four weekend. My message to the team is be ready.
So an incredible year 6 of the Basketball Champions League. One that has had riveting drama, buzzer beaters, unlikely comebacks, numerous heroes, is now at the climax. It's the Final Four in Bilbao. Lenovo, Tenerife. Hapoel, Unet, Holon. Baxi, Manresa. And MHP, Riesen, Lewisburg. Only one club will be champion.